So I was surprised at how many people really enjoyed my previous lightsaber review video. I thought that was going to be it, one and done. I thought I was going to make one and that was it. I had no plans to make another one. But this company, Nsabers, reached out to me and asked if I wanted to check out their Mandalorian-themed lightsaber. And since you guys wanted to see more, I thought, you know what, why not? Let's do another one. So this is another NeoPixel lightsaber. This is from the company Nsabers, very popular company in the lightsaber world. And this is a Mandalorian-themed lightsaber. So not a Star Wars canon lightsaber, but taking a lot of cues from the Mandalorian armor, and I'm sure themed from the Mandalorian TV show.
All right, first let's take a look at what comes in the box, and then we'll take a look at the lightsaber itself. So on the front of the box, the Nsabers branding. Pretty standard stuff comes in the box. Now, I have already taken out the lightsaber handle and the blade. But off to the side here, we have the informational packet, kind of the quick start guide, how to put the blade in, all of that. You also have an acrylic stand. This is a display stand where you can rest the hilt on the display and, display it. We have our standard white gloves that all of these lightsabers seem to come with, and these are branded with the Nsabers logo. Now we also have our toolkit, and in here is all the tools that you would need for the lightsaber. So you have your charging cable. This is a USB Type-C charging cable. You have this little Nsabers metal logo plate. And then you have the plug and the blade cap. So when the blade is not inserted into the lightsaber, you can put this plug into the emitter end of the lightsaber, which makes it look more authentic, more true to the movies. And then this little rubber cap can go over the end of the blade, the electronics of the blade, to help protect it when it's not inserted into the lightsaber. The only other thing that normally would be in here is the screws to attach the blade onto the lightsaber handle. They are not in here because I've already inserted the blade into mine. And let's go ahead and take a look at that next. And here we have the Mandalorian-themed lightsaber. Comes in two colors, a silver and this black. I chose the black because I thought it looked cooler. But it is black with silver or chrome accents. Very nice machined pommel at the end, adds a little bit of weight to it for balancing. Very smooth area for your hand. A little bit of ridging at the top here, similar to the Luke Skywalker lightsaber. And then an angled emitter with the Mandalorian themed cutout here, similar to the design of the helmet on the Mandalorian armor. You have your single button here. This is relatively flat, although it might take a second to find it, but you don't have any problems pressing it once you do. We can unscrew the main part of the handle here to expose the electronics. And this is the Profi board for this lightsaber. This is also where you would charge it. There is a USB Type-C port on this board here that you plug the charging cable into to charge it, which makes it very nice. Some lightsabers you have to remove the battery and charge the battery separately, but this one you do not. You just plug it in and charge it all as one solid unit, which is great. Battery life is really good. I've been using this a ton, testing it, trying out all the different sound fonts, all the different blade types, you could say, all the different colors, and I've only had to charge the battery once. So battery life is really good. One more thing I want to point out about the emitter section here and how it is extended. This is great for attaching the blade. The blade actually sits or is docked, I guess you could say, very deep into the emitter section here, which is great. When you tighten down the screws, it gives a lot of stability to this blade. Some lightsabers have a very shallow area that the blade sits into, and the blade always feels a little loose, maybe a little wobbly, like it's going to pop out. No problems with this. Feels very secure, which means spinning your blade, doing blade tricks, I don't feel like the blade is going to fly out at any point, which is great.
All right, let me show you a little bit of the Mandalorian-themed lightsaber from Nsabers. One thing that I like about it is very clean. It doesn't have any elements that stick up off the handle here, so it's real easy to grab. It's going to be really easy to spin. One button here, the button is illuminated when the lightsaber is turned on. And this is the tricky part. The only tricky part about this lightsaber is you control this by pressing and holding the button, and depending on the number of flashes of the button light is when you let go for different features. So for example, hold it down and one flash
Volume high.
is how you change the volume.
Volume low.
Yeah, volume high, volume low, and mute. We'll leave it on volume low. If I do 2 flashes, that changes the extend animation, so the way the blade extends out. And it has several, like 10 different animations you can choose from. If I just tap the button, that will extend the blade. You also have a wrist gesture to extend and retract the blade. If the blade's out and I long press, it will, for like 5 seconds or so, it will retract the blade. If the blade is out and I do 2 flashes of the button, I can cycle through all the different colors of the blade. So you can change the blade animation and the blade color for each of the sound fonts. And this does have sound fonts. Those are kind of like sound profiles. And if you hold the button down for 4 blinks, that's how you change the sound profile. So let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. So now if I extend it, get the blue, you get the sound effects. And now we get our first look at the Mandalorian helmet theme cutout on the emitter here. Really cool design. So one thing that's really nice about this lightsaber, better than my other one, is how fast the wrist gesture extending and retracting of the blade is. And it's just a little flick of the wrist. Super fast. Nice, I love that. All right, let's try a different sound. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Quinlan, pause.
You can press the button to get the blaster deflex. And it lights up on different parts of the blade. I can also do a gesture to do that as well. I can press and hold the button to do the clashing of the blades. There it is. You do have the impact sound effects. Just all in all, a really solid lightsaber. Show you my favorite.
Temple Guard.
Not my favorite, but I do love the Temple Guard. I just love that yellow. This is a great sound. Double ba 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 ba. I don't even know what he said.
Count Dooku. Dark Sith Red. Cal Kestis. Yoda. Rey Skywalker. Ben! I am the Inquisitor. I am told it is the Dark Saber.
All right, the Dark Saber. This is one of my favorites. I think this one has the best sound font. best blaster deflection sound effect. Sounds like an actual blade hitting a blade. Yeah, this one's my favorite. This has a wide variety of colors, blade effects. So that means you can customize every single one of these sound profiles or these sound fonts. So in order to change the color, if the blade is out, you want to hold the button down for 2 flashes and let go, and that will cycle through the colors. Here's a pink. Here's an orange or a reddish orange. But let's change the one of the animations for extending the blade. I hold this down for 2.
Press ignition.
All right, now let's try it. Cool, let's try another one.
Third ignition.
Third ignition. That's cool.
Photon ignition.
I don't know what she said. Cool. I'd maybe want to use that with a white blade though, because it was a white animation.
OMG.
Okay, here's my favorite. It's called OMG Ignition. Listen to it. Do it again.
Standard ignition.
All right, back to standard ignition. Let's take a look at some of the different blade effects. So right now we've got just this little crackle of energy kind of going through it.
Blade 8.
So this is, in order to change these, you hold it down for 3 pulses, light pulses. Look at that. Very colorful.
Blade stable.
Ooh. It's like a party.
Blade pulse.
Blade pulse.
Blade fire.
This is blade fire. This is kind of cool. I like this one. Alright guys, so here are my final thoughts on the Mandalorian-themed lightsaber from Nsabers. I gotta say I'm loving everything about this lightsaber. I love the design, I love the construction, the materials that have been used, high quality. As I mentioned, I love how the blade sits into the lightsaber handle. It feels very solid, and it has all of the lighting effects and sound effects that you could possibly want. And the best part, under $100. Well, I mean, before taxes. So if you guys would like to pick this up, I will definitely have information listed in the video description, links right to the page over on Nsabers. And incidentally, while you're there, check out all the other lightsabers that they have. Tons of different options, genuine canon lightsabers from the movies, and then special projects like this one as well. Once again, huge thank you to Nsabers for sending this out for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and maybe we'll do more of these in the future. Thanks again, guys. Stand with the Blind Life. I'll see you next time. Jesus. Sorry about that.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry.